kaugnay niyan, makakapanayam natin ngayon live sa pamagitan ng Skype ang isa sa madalubhasang nasa likod ng functional cure para sa isang sanggol na may HIV at kabilang din sa Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People in the World. Si Dr. Katherine Luzuriaga mula sa University of Massachusetts sa Amherst, Massachusetts. Good morning, Dr. Luzuriaga.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us tonight here in Manila. First of all, tell us, how is it possible that a child who was HIV positive and whose mother is HIV positive just suddenly turned HIV negative? Can you explain to us what this functional cure means?
So I think this was actually a process that occurred over time, and we think it occurred because the baby received very early, that is within the first 2 days of life, and very strong treatment for the HIV, consisting of antiviral medications. So the baby began treatment within the first 2 days of life, maintained treatment through 18 months of age, and then for reasons that weren't clear to us, discontinued therapy. However, since the baby stopped therapy, the baby has been able to maintain control of the virus, and it's been very difficult to find the virus in the baby's blood. So this was a report that we made at the recent retrovirus conference, and we are in the process of looking at additional studies to see whether this can be replicated in other children.
So was the timing key to your having discovered this functional cure, doctor?
We think that there were two key pieces here. One was the timing, which was very early, and the second was the fact that 3 medications, very strong medications against HIV were used.
Okay, but just to manage certain expectations, this is just one case, right? We cannot say with finality that, although this is a major breakthrough, we cannot say with finality that we are near discovering a cure for HIV or AIDS, doctor?
Absolutely, and I think that's good to emphasize. I think this is a very interesting case and suggests, for a long time, the field has tried to do early treatment studies and has been able to move treatment of both adult and children back to early and earlier time points. We also have a better arsenal of medications that we can use. So I think the hope that this particular case, and then some other cases that have also been reported in adult patients now, I think these cases together suggest that this particular approach may be valid and is a good avenue for continued exploration as we look for better ways to manage HIV infection.
But what are the chances, if you may hazard a very scientific guess, doctor, what are the chances that finally doctors like yourself would be able to discover finally a cure for HIV or AIDS, say within the next few years or within this decade perhaps?
So I think what the data tell us now, both from our study as well as from other studies that have been conducted in adult patients, is that the ability to intervene early with early treatment results in this type of outcome in just a small proportion of individuals. So at this point in time, this is really an avenue of exploration rather than an avenue of continued exploration rather than a fait accompli, as something. And so we need to, but it also points towards some things that we can continue to examine and can continue to work on. So I think that's the promise of this particular approach. But it will be, I will have to, in answer to the second part of your question, I think that it will unfortunately be several years before we get even close to effecting a cure for the majority of individuals who are infected.
But it's good to hear that at least there's hope, right, Doctor?
That's right. I think there is hope, and I would like to bring up, I think, I caught a snatch of your prior programming, and I think somebody made the case that prevention, we have a lot of, over the past several years, there have been a lot of advances in both prevention as well as cure, and I think many of us in the field feel that we need to do whatever possible to continue to advance efforts in preventing HIV infection, both to children as well as to adults, so that as we are continuing to advance efforts to cure those who are already infected.
Mm-hmm. Doctor, just to divert a little, you know, the news about your major accomplishment is a source of pride for Filipinos. We know your dad is a Filipino. You have family here, I suppose. Are you still in touch with them?
We do have family there, yes. A lot of aunts and uncles and cousins, yes.
Unfortunately, I understand you can't speak Tagalog.
I'm sorry?
You can't speak Tagalog, Doctor?
Not fluently, kaunti lang.
Oh, it's good to hear. Thank you very much, Dr. Luzuriaga. Thank you, and you are a source of pride for all of us here. And you know, any news about Filipinos are doing good abroad, especially in a field like yours, is very touching and a source of pride for all of us. Thank you very much, and good morning to you.
Thank you.